Hi friends, hello, how are we doing today? How is everybody? It is absolutely pouring down rain outside, so if you can hear it, I hope that it adds to the cozy vibe and isn't taking away from anything. Today I thought we could go through some of the artwork I don't have on display. So, stuff that I don't actually like very much. And also sketches, because last year I worked a lot with a kid who slept during the day, and he would usually fall asleep in the hallway because the classroom was very loud, which means that I couldn't leave him alone in the hallway. So I just had to sit out there and watch him sleep for occasionally the whole day, which is obviously very easy to do. However, I took this job because I always need to be doing something. Not all the time, don't get me wrong, I'm quite a lazy person at home, but I need to have a job where I am doing things frequently. Oh my god, the rain is so loud. Hope you enjoy the cozy vibes. Yeah, I'm on the top floor of my building and I have a metal roof. So it's all just, inevitable whenever it rains, but it's coming down really hard right now. I love the rain though, I love it so much. But that is a tangent. Anyway, I love to be moving. I love when I'm not bored at work. Yeah. However, last year was very, very difficult for me, and I definitely appreciated having a few days here and there where my kids were sleeping for a little bit and I could just sort of recuperate, because we don't get any break time at our job. I think it's due to staffing, but we don't even get lunches. We eat with the kids, you know how that goes. But as I was sitting out in the hallways, I would usually have a bunch of worksheets on my clipboard, because we'd have clipboards to collect data for the kids, and then we'd put worksheets on them in case they were doing their work in the hallway or something. So I'll just draw on the back of the worksheets. So that's a lot of what's in here. But there's some other stuff too. It's not going to be the most interesting thing, but I do say that about every video. I'm not really the most interesting person in the world. So, let's take out the whole stack. We're not going to go through this super in depth. So, right on top we see a worksheet that has some icons on it for nonverbal children. It says follow the rules. Honestly, I have no idea what this was for, because our kids last year were verbal. Maybe this isn't for nonverbal kids. I don't know what this is, I can't remember. But the other side, I have this curly-haired girl. I was actually very proud of her. My coworkers were quite impressed. And then I drew my sleeping child. Alright. And the next one. Some of these are on actually blank sheets of paper because I started being prepared. This one has more sleeping children. This is actually a different child. I'm not very good at drawing from life. Yeah. Then we have a girl's face right here. Oh, we have a discarded crappy drawing on this side. And then I just went back to doing what I do best, which is faces. Got a girl with a hat and a girl with a little afro puff. I actually really love drawing in the big ballpoint pens that my job provides us, which is a nice coincidence. This one, it looks like I named, what's on the back? On the back is a story about bats. Bats are very interesting. They are a type of rodent. Bats are related to squirrels, mice, and rats. They have wings that help them fly high up into the sky. Their claws help them hang upside down as they sleep. They hunt during the night. Bats use sound waves to locate food during the night. And then it asks, what type of animal is a bat? What types of animals are bats related to? What do bats use to fly? How do bats sleep? And what do bats use to locate food? And then it asks you to draw a picture of the story, which I did not do, but I did draw pictures on the other side, and I named them Ruby, Rosie, Rory, and Rowan. I don't believe these are characters related to anything. I just come up with names sometimes. Okay. This one I can't show you guys because I did a sketch of the street outside the school, so that's not very safe to show on the internet. Here is another worksheet that was never completed. And on the back, we have 2 more girls. Can you tell what I like to draw? This one's kind of weird looking. I was never super happy with this one. This one is a elf. Definitely did that one during the holidays. Oh, and this one's weird. I was super bored one day and decided to draw letters and then try and make people out of the letters. So up at the top here we have A, B, C, D, and E. And then I took my 2 favorites, which were A and B, and I made them into people. I actually like this one. It's really weird, but... Oh, and on the back... It looks like this one was done. It looks like this one actually the student tried to do, and I was just like, alright, let's draw on it. No hate to the student. I am sure that it was something that we did as busy work. It's not like I'm taking their graded work Alright. This one is on the back of another somewhat completed worksheet. And I drew a girl with bangs, a girl without bangs, and a ballerina. A ballerina, ballerina, ballerina. I actually kind of struggle to draw ballerinas, but I do it relatively frequently because I used to be a ballerina. Yeah. But I feel like I always make them too stiff. Next, we have some stuff I did at home. I have this one, and if it's a piece of art that I did at home that's in this pile, it means I hated it. And I hated this one. I hated it. I cannot put my finger on what I hate about it, but I am just not a fan. Same with this one, but I know that I hate it because it kind of sucks. It just kind of sucks. It's fine. It's okay if your art sucks sometimes. It's totally fine. You can just make more. It doesn't matter. Here's another one that I wasn't super thrilled about. I don't hate it now. I feel like it's just missing something, you know? These are all like face down in the pile, so I don't know what I'm grabbing when I grab it. Oh god, I don't even know if I can show this one. This one is so bad. I was like trying to do something new, and it was so bad. Oh, you can see it from a distance. You're not allowed to see it up close. I hate it. And like, should I throw it away? Yeah, but I'm not gonna. Okay, and this one was, I usually paint people, but I decided to watercolor an antique couch. And it's not very good. I think my initial plan was to put like a ghost or something behind the couch, but I didn't. And I don't really care enough to go back to it. But I got these watercolor, like handmade watercolor circles from a local independent art store. Also, while we're on the topic, rip to Joann's. Sorry, girl. Here. And it looks like we have another circle. Oh, this one's not bad. This one's kind of pretty. It's a face with a moon. A face with a moon. I should do more watercolors because I really like the effects of these circles. This one I actually did have on display for a while, but it got booted. Alright. Oh, I forgot I did this. I did this actually, I think on my birthday. I was working on my birthday and my kid was in a behavior and then fell asleep because that's a pretty common progression of events. And I drew my characters from the book I'm writing. I'm still working on this book. This drawing is about a year old. I'm chugging along. It's on the back of a counting worksheet. But here we have Claude, Jordan, Casey, and Vivian. And these are from a story that I'm writing. Jordan is a former ballerina who was injured in a car accident and had to go back home to live with her estranged father and her grandmother. And when she gets home, Casey is currently working at the house as the grandmother's caretaker, and maybe they fall in love. Maybe. Don't want to give any spoilers. Also, there's ghosts. And it looks like on this, I wrote, I don't want to swear on this channel, but for Claude, it writes that he is a crappy dad, a ghost collector, and he needs a haircut. For Jordan, it says ex-principal dancer, angry at her dad, and doctor's office connoisseur. For Casey Cabrera, it says seeking revenge, teen mom, and too witchy for her own good. Which actually, this was about a year ago. I think her character has really evolved since then. She's not really witchy and she's not really seeking revenge. I would say she is fiercely loyal and highly traumatized. No, she is a very caring, dedicated person, who's also super cool. And then Vivian, it says society woman in decline, world-class enabler, secretly proud of her granddaughter. So those are my 4 main characters. I'm gonna be so honest, I'd probably draw them a little differently now. Maybe I should do that at some point. Alright. Got some fun stuff on this page. We have a couple bald heads. And then I was like, I drew 2 bald heads. Let me draw some hair. But I'm not very good at profiles either. So. Oh, and then I was trying to draw some more men because obviously I don't draw men. And you could tell that from the drawing of Claude that I just showed you. It's a bad drawing. This one's like mildly better, I think. This one actually was a flaw on this girl here. I like this one though. She's pretty. Alright, I have 2 more faces. And then another sketch of my sleeping kid. I think this one is probably one of the better sketches of a sleeping kid that I did. It's actually quite a good likeness of him. Alright. I love him. He's my boy, man. I don't work with him anymore, but I see him in the mornings. I drop off, and I see him at lunch sometimes, and sometimes he'll give me a hug, and he'll be like, Miss Wag, like, what room are you in now? And I'll tell him, and he'll be like, you're not in my room anymore. And I'm like, no, buddy, I'm not. I'm so sorry. Okay, this one, a cute little drawing of some camp counselors that I did. I liked this one a lot. I especially liked the bunting in the background. That was fun and easy to do. Going back to some cardboard ones though. Cardstock, not cardboard. some of these I don't like very much. Some of them just got rotated off the shelf. This one is one that just got rotated. I actually quite like it. And she has a buddy. This is her buddy. I like this one a little bit more. I'm so sorry, Blue Girl. But I have so much fun drawing these. They're really enjoyable. Maybe I should put them back up on display. This one I was always pretty torn about. I don't know how I feel. I really don't. The off-centeredness of it, the weird face. It's not giving what I need it to give, you know? Alright. This one was definitely inspired by the two girls that I just showed you. She's kind of their wannabe younger sister, though. She's not really giving quite what I needed to give. Alright, and occasionally I'm like, I should draw a colorful piece where someone is realistically like colored in, and I drew them. I like this one. This one's fun. It's not perfect, but it's fun. And then we're back to more papers. This one is blank on the back, but this one I did this year. I don't know when. None of my kids sleep, so I don't know when I would have had time for this. But I like my friend up here with the glasses. This one's terrible. This is another one you're gonna just have to see from a distance. This one was a bit experimental. I didn't like it very much. Didn't make it, or it was on the shelf, but it didn't stay there very long. But she has 1, 2, 3, 4 eyes, and then you flip her around. She only has 2 eyes, but she also has some like gills on her face. I don't use a lot of black in my artwork, and I'm pretty sure I only used this out of necessity. But I was never super committed onto like the orientation of it. I don't know which way is the right way. And I think that's what bothers me the most about it. I just can't decide. Alright. This one's kind of boring. Sorry about that. That cough just came out of nowhere. Alright, anyway. This one is kind of boring. It's a person with kind of short hair. There's just nothing special about it. She has freckles. Kind of cool looking. But it doesn't interest me. It just doesn't interest me. Alright. This is our last work sketch. I did this one. What's it on the back of? Oh. It's on the back of an elephant. You can tell this one, I think this one was from over the summer. You can tell it's a little more recent. but I really wanted to practice hair. So I have this person up here with very like loose hair. And then I have this person here. I really wanted to practice drawing some braids. So she's got some braids and some baby hairs, some glasses. She was fun to draw. Yeah. So those are the last work face sketches. This thing is something totally different. My current student at work always asks me to draw him things, and the things that he asks me to draw and the things that I usually draw are very different. So for a while he kept asking me to draw kitchens. So I took one home. Here's a kitchen. Is it the best thing I've ever drawn? Absolutely not. But he asks me to put in a sink and a stove with pots and pans and a fruit bowl, but he calls it a fruits bowl, and some jars and a fridge, and then I put in a window, and he told me to put a kite out there. And then he asked me to draw other things like a pink tomato and a white tomato and a lime, and I don't know what this means, I just wrote it. And on the other side we have some Kinder eggs, more kites, a beach ball. He's really into me drawing beach balls right now. This one's a couple months old, but like right now we're doing a lot of beach balls. A lot of beach balls. We have a jelly jar, have a chocolate bar. These are sad M&Ms. Don't ask. I don't know. What else? Anything else good on here? Some peanut butter. Yeah, so I should take home a more recent one, but he's always asking me to draw a bunch of random stuff, and I love it. I love it so much. For a while he was asking me to draw an oasis, so I draw like palm trees and like a little pond, and right now it's beach balls and dog houses, and it'll go, and a dog, oh, oh, and then he'll start giggling, and it's awesome. So a dog house with a little dog in it. I'm not very good at drawing dogs. I'm definitely more of a person artist instead of an animal artist. Yeah, what else does he draw right now? A lot of beach balls, a lot of crayon, like color crew. I don't know how much kids media you guys consume, but I have to draw all the colors for color crew. A slide, he likes it when I draw a slide. He'll go red and blue slide, and I'll draw a red and blue slide. And it's super fun. I love the way his brain works. Oh, tools, also tools, so many tools. There's a saw on this one. There's a saw right here, but we are doing rectangle saws, circle saws, hammers, screwdrivers, drills, all of it, the whole king caboodle. But yeah, and lots of fruits too. He loves me to draw fruits and vegetables. Tomatoes are his favorite for me to draw, but up there are carrots and cucumbers and strawberries. He doesn't eat much fruit or vegetables at all, but he likes them in concept. Alright, and our last two drawings. There's this one. I actually quite like this one. It just was on my bookshelf for a really long time. And it got booted. It's two faces with horns. I actually almost framed this one and put it out in the common space. I don't have any of my art in the common space of my apartment, but I didn't. It just feels weird. It makes me feel like very full of myself. Like I think my art is better than it is or something, so it all stays in here. And finally, oh, that looks horrible in this light. It looks kind of horrible in general, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think without these on the side, it would have been a little better. But as it stands, it sucks. I kind of actually really hate this. I definitely think there are, sorry, it was drawn in like a shiny gel pen, so it's reflecting. But I think there are things that I could have done to make it better, but I didn't, and now it's too late. So that is all of my hidden drawings. I've already done a video showing all the drawings that I have on display, but it was a while ago before I got this mic, so you know, I could always do it again. I probably won't though. Yeah, I know that it's probably not the most interesting thing you've ever seen, but I would argue that most ASMR isn't. But yeah, I will probably be back tomorrow with a reading video, and then a reading or a visualization video. I can't decide. But for now, I hope you enjoyed the little tour of my art. I hope you have a great afternoon, evening, morning, whatever, and I will see you next time. Bye.